Welcome to the J.R. Hendrick Texan Consort, the podcast that deals with the early life of yours truly. So now, here we go, leaving it off, Jimmy. Sunday, April 10th, 2 a.m. Eastern. Jim wakes up and takes his girlfriend, Laurel Rovey, to the front lounge. He motions for one of the night's staff guards, Javier, to fetch her a taxi. After saying goodbye to her, he goes into the front lounge and lights a cigarette. He turns on CNN News, but it's about there is a documentary on about World War II, something he was not interested in, as his father used that as an excuse to stay away from the family. His father had become a mercenary fighting for Great Britain in 1939 and the U.S. after December 1941, staying away for nearly 6 years, except for when on furlough in 1942. "2 p.m. Central. J.R. wakes up in his dorm room and, finding nothing interesting on the radio, he goes downstairs to the Gordon Hall living room. There he found Charlie Nation sitting on the couch watching Northern Exposure, his eyes wide open. Feeling even more restless, J.R. grabs his cane and King James Bible and makes his way out to the Texas Tech entrance fountain near the dorm. "5 a.m. Central. J.R. is back in his dorm room and is listening to the radio program Truths That Transform with Dr. D. James Kennedy. The topic, who is this Jesus? "9:30 a.m. Eastern. Jim and Betsy get into his Chrysler van to go to Capitol Heights Baptist Church, where they knew they would see Blake and Katie one last Sunday before they would depart next Saturday to Dallas-Fort Worth. "9:30 a.m. Central. Bill Kennedy picks up J.R. in his at his dorm parking lot. When J.R. gets into the car, acapellas "Roll the Stone Away" is on the radio. J.R. is excited to go to church despite the fact that he was a little sick the night before. But he's well enough to go to church and has exuberance from winning the Cardinal Crown. "10 a.m. Central. And 10 a.m. Eastern. Jim and Betsy are in the church at Capitol Heights Baptist Church, listening to a wonderful Sunday school message. 10 a.m. Central. At Tabernacle Baptist Church, J.R. listens to Dr. Bynum deliver an awesome Sunday school message for everybody on 1 Peter. 11 a.m. Central. At church, J.R. listens to Dr. Bynum give a good old-fashioned sermon on traditional family values. "12 p.m. Central. 12:30 p.m. Central. J.R. is having lunch with Tim Newcastle and his grandmother at the family condo. "So tell me, Timmy, what type of gentleman you are?" I believe in a fair day's pay after a fair day's work. And accuracy is the name of the game. And if something's worth doing, it better be done right. Elizabeth turned to Tim. You know, I forgot my husband wasn't around that much after y'all moved in across the street from the ranch. He would have liked you, lent you his shotgun, and better yet, I think he would have taken you fishing. You know, come to think of it, Tim said, I've seen him outside the ranch maybe only a number of times, and that was only working with JR. He was a good man. I sure miss him. "2 p.m. Eastern. Jim and Betsy are in the front lounge of the mansion. They had a hamburger lunch there with former Congressman Edward T. Bernard. Bernard had informed Jim that he had some concern because he saw some comments JR made on a John Birch Society BBS. Bernard was a moderate Republican who was lobbying for the aerospace industry based in Los Angeles. 5 p.m. Central. JR is having T-bone steak at the Spirit Club, sitting in between Tim Newcastle, and Jennifer Bowers. After dinner, JR and Jennifer would go to the Texas Tech Fountain entrance. Hope you enjoy listening to J.R. Hendrick Texan Consort Night, brother. If you like what you hear, please subscribe. Become a part of the intro. This is J.R. Hendrick saying until next time, take care and get ready for the rest of the story.